Hey, thanks for being here today, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I couldn't be more proud of my team. I thought they played today like we've been trying to get them to play for a while, doing the things that we wanted them to do, driving the basketball and dribble drive. Then when we ran some sets, running some good stuff, got Charlie the ball where she needed it, moved her around a little bit. I just thought our team was tremendous. I thought our effort was great. I thought my bench was tremendous in the second quarter when we got in a little foul trouble with Joe and Celeste. It was just a tremendous team victory. But the execution that we showed today offensively, and then the effort that we played with defensively, is the best we played all year by far. And again, I thought we played like we're capable of playing. I told them after the game, they showed tremendous toughness today, and their competitive spirit was not going to be denied. They were focused every possession on how how they wanted to attack us. They were also focused offensively on what we could do against them, and they didn't waver from that. They kept doing what we were asking them to do. So this is the first time that's happened. I've really had to fight a couple of them, it seems like every game, on just staying within what we want to do and doing it and staying with it. I thought we had some offensive possessions where we showed great patience and got great looks inside of 5 seconds. Ashley hit one at the buzzer, shot clock buzzer. So, with our depth situation right now, I challenged them at practice and I said, hey, if you're coaching, what do you want to do? We can play half-court defense, and that way we don't get extended too badly and get maybe some silly fouls in the press, or we can go do what we do. And they were like, Coach, let's do what we do. We're good. We'll handle it. We'll stay out of foul trouble. We'll play harder. And man, they did. They were awesome today. And we forced 15 turnovers. 10 of them were steals. Field goal percentage defense, 39%, which is perfect. Held them to 59 points, which is our number 60. That's perfect. Joe made big shots. Big shots, 6 out of 8, 3 out of 4 from 3, and played tremendous defense. Charisma Ortiz, 40 minutes. I don't think she ever dreamed she'd go 40 minutes at any point in her career. Here she is, a sophomore, having redshirted a year ago, going 40 minutes tonight at 6 rebounds and 6 assists, only 1 turnover. Tremendous. And then, what can you say about Charlie? 22 and 19. Just, again, a major problem for them tonight, and did a great job, I thought, in her help defense, helping us some. Had 3 blocked shots. Thought she played both ends and played with tremendous poise and confidence. And so, we moved her around a little bit, put her in some different spots. When we did run some sets for her, she came through, made some really good inside decisions and some tough shots. So, again, just really, really proud of Celeste and Joe bouncing back after a little foul trouble the first half. Celeste 6 for 14. Again, Joe 6 out of 8. Ashley coming off the bench 3 out of 5. And even Shay did a great job, came off the bench for us there in the first half, played 12 minutes, went 1 for 1, had a rebound and a steal. No turnovers. She knows I like that. No turnovers. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've had this situation where we're just so limited with depth. Our depth is young with freshmen and then Ebo. And so it's really satisfying when you're a coach and my staff. Johnny had a great scout for them, and our kids were attentive the last 2 days, and they paid attention. They watched film on their own, and it shows. And to go on the road and win here at Iowa State, a very difficult place to play, number 21 in the country. I'm telling you, I hadn't had one of these in a while, especially with this type of situation and the circumstances. So I couldn't be more prouder, y'all. I really am. I'm so proud of them. I'm happy for them. And I told them tonight, they proved that they can do it. They proved that they're tough enough. And again, I think this is part of the evolution in the process of getting a new team and having some resistance on how we want to do things. It's new, it's different, it's harder, but seeing the fruits of your labor. And by no means do I think, well, we're over the hump now. We're just going to, it won't be that way. Trust me. But for today, they've proven to themselves, if they'll do what we're asking them to do and go out there and play with the poise and the confidence and the energy that they played with today, they're good enough, y'all.
Danny Davis, you're up.
Vic, that second quarter that you alluded to, you had to get good minutes from Ashley and Shay. And I'm just curious, Ashley also played really well on Wednesday. How much did your freshmen grow up this week?
Well, I think they've grown up a little bit, Danny, for sure. And again, we got up 15 in the second quarter, with Joe and Celeste on the bench. But again, I thought Charlie did some good things to carry us a little bit. And, Ashley and Shay didn't hurt us. And so that was the thing. We didn't want to turn it over. We got to get shots. We're not a good enough shooting team to turn the ball over and take away shots. And so we did. We had 11 turnovers, 5 in the first half, 6 total. And so, again, I hope, Danny, they've grown up a lot. I need them to grow up because it ain't going to change. They're going to be freshmen all year long.
And obviously this matchup had, Iowa State has Ashley. Charlie got a chance to showcase her skills. Do you believe Charlie's the best player in this conference, just to be blunt?
Well, I certainly I'm not trading her for anybody, Danny. She's one of the best players in the country. So I'm not trading her for anybody. I want her. If I got the first pick of everybody in the league, I'm taking her. So in my mind, yeah, I'm always going to support her and say that. And again, I think she's continuing to grow and get better. She had, I think, 2 turnovers tonight, had an assist, 3 blocked shots. She's doing other things besides just scoring. I mean, think about it, Dan. She had 19 rebounds tonight, 6 offensive. And those 6 offensive weren't like some of these last couple of games where she's padding her stats, throwing it to herself, as I call it. She is working her tail off down there. So, yeah, I think but again, she gets everybody. So she's getting everybody's best scouting report, and they're trying to take away the best player in the conference. And so when you do that, you've got to be able to share the ball, which I thought she did a great job of that tonight. And we played through her. And then when we were able to get it to her one-on-one, man, she finished. So without a doubt, in my mind, absolutely. And we're going to keep working. She's developing. She's getting better. I think all of our kids, Danny, somebody asked me yesterday about that. All our kids are getting better in my mind. I see it every day. They're developing, and we take great pride as a staff in doing that. So, and she's certainly getting better in my mind as well. And again, her ceiling, you can't even see it in my mind. Her ceiling is way up there, and yet she's pretty good right now.
Sue Favor, go ahead.
Hey there, Coach. They mentioned on the broadcast that you as a team had ironed some things out in the locker room, and I just wondered if you could maybe talk about that, because you already pretty much said it all. You guys looked pretty unbeatable on all fronts today, sinking on all cylinders despite the reduced roster. You didn't look like you were going to lose for 1 minute, and it was kind of coming off after obviously the Texas Tech and West Virginia. What all has been kind of worked out, or how are your kids growing, like you said, like right in front of our eyes?
Yeah, I think so. Part of it is not that they didn't respect their opponent, but I don't think when you're so young, we don't have a lot of leadership, and they're so immature at times. There's a mental process that goes into playing this game and competing. And there's really a process when you go on the road. It's called the road for a reason. I'll give you an example. Wake up calls this morning came an hour early. We were supposed to sleep till 8. Phone rang at 7 a.m. So I wake up and I'm immediately not very happy. And so I'm calling, trying to get our kids to know, hey, go back to sleep, because our kids don't have their phones. So it's hard to get a hold of them and let them know, hey, you don't have to be up at 7. We told you 8, go back to sleep. It's 17 degrees here. You step off that bus, that wind cuts you like a doggone razor blade, you know? And so that's part of being on the road. You know, we just had just 2 examples of things that can happen. I mean, I've had a little fire alarm go off at 3:30 in the morning. We all had to go outside. So for a young team, an immature team, that might be a train wreck for you. But you got to have some maturity about you and realize, hey, I'm tough enough to deal with this. It's not that big a deal. It's okay. I'll roll over and go back to sleep for another 50 minutes. And so that's what we talked about. Was it started in practice yesterday, carry it over in the shoot around today. It's a business trip. Texas is spending a lot of money on us, y'all, to have a season. We owe them our best shot. That's how I feel about it. We're having a season. They're keeping score. I'd like to win. You know, this ain't intramurals. So we owe them that in my mind. And so you're trying to tell kids that, hey, we owe our best shot when we're preparing, so that when we play the game, we're good to go. And so sometimes, you know, with kids, hey, it's just another game. I'm hooping. No, baby, we're not hooping. We have a plan. There's a way we have to do things. We need to execute the game plan. When you do that for 40 minutes, you got a chance to win. We talked about tonight. You have 10 5-minute, 8 5-minute quarters. 8 5-minute quarters. We need to win each quarter or tie. If we happen to lose a quarter, we need to win another one by the same margin. And so when you break a game down like that, well, maybe it's easier for them to see now, okay, we're climbing the ladder today. We don't want to slip and fall on the rung. Let's get through each step. We outscored them 8 the first quarter. We got outscored 3 the second. We outscored them 7 the third. And we got outscored 1 in the fourth. I'll take that. And so, but that's that competitive spirit. And again, game plan. What are we wanting to do offensively? What do we got to do on defense to keep them from hurting us? And I just thought our kids did a tremendous job with that today.
Thank you. Yes, they look very tenacious this evening.
Thank you. I'm proud of them.
John, hi, please.
I don't know if I've ever heard you talk or praise your team this much after a game this season. You talk about toughness, and the girls are talking about imagery and chemistry. Why do you think it took until now and maybe not after what happened in West Virginia, or even going into that? Why did it happen now?
John, this is a process. You know, I mean, it's 5 months. I sat in my hotel last night and started counting weeks and going backwards and trying to figure out how long I've had the kids, how long I've actually had 5-on-5. Man, I'm telling you, I've said this before, I'm so encouraged when you see them do what they did today. They're coming. Now, again, we could go stub our toe Wednesday. We're still a young, inexperienced, immature team. That ain't going to change, y'all. We're going to be that all year long. Our bench is going to be 3 freshmen all year long. They're going to be freshmen all year. And then you've got Lauren. So that's not going to change. But I've seen them get better in practice, and that's something else that we talked about. We had 2 great practices leading up to Tech. We just stunk it up. We didn't play well. We didn't take what we did in practice to the floor. This week, we came back from Tech. I didn't do a lot with them Monday. We shot, we watched film, we lifted, and then we went through Iowa State's stuff that they're going to run on offense. That's all we did. Yesterday, we had a good 2-hour crisp workout, and then today, I think it showed. So just knowing that it's a process, and they finally today, I hope they see that they did what we've been asking them to do. I didn't have to fight. You know, I thought my point guards ran what I wanted them to run. And so, you know, that's just all part of it. But the chemistry piece, again, it's it's really hard right now. You've heard me talk about that because of all the limitations that we have. So again, that's how I want to play. That's how I want this team to understand we can play. And again, I saw it when I told them on Monday, Audrey's out. We're down to, 3 freshmen and Lauren coming off the bench. We're really thin depth-wise. How you want to play them? I just posed it to him. Kyra wants to coach. I said, Kyra, you want to coach. This is your team. How you want to go? You want to go play? We can't play zone. You can't zone that team. They'll shoot you into oblivion. So how you want to play them? We can play on the half court. Maybe we'll stay out of foul trouble. Or we can do what we do. She said, Coach, let's do what we do. We're good. That's a step in my mind. That's some growth, Coach. Because there's days I have to, there's days in practice where you're like, come on, y'all, we got to go. We got to go harder. You got to practice harder. But that to me was some growth saying, Coach, we're good. This is what we do. This is who we are. Let's go get them. 40 minutes of hell. Let's go. And so that's where they're at right now. And I love it. I love that that's where they're at.
Coach, thank you for your time. Last words to you.
All right. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns. Woo!